If you're like me and you've been wanting to do a medical medium cleanse or protocol, and you're like, what is it? What is the freaking cleanse? How do you do the 369 cleanse? I have been dabbling in medical medium stuff for a few years on and off. I've had phases where I've done, just the celery juice, or at one point my mom sent me all the powders, the barley grass and the spirulina and the wild blueberry and the pitaya powder. And I was just like, because I have had liver and gallbladder disease for a long time, and the liver is largely what Anthony William, the medical medium, focuses on, because it is really the the source of health and also disease if it's not functioning well in the body. And I've had a fatty liver for many years, and even doing natural things in the past because I have a background in Ayurvedic medicine. I was a panchakarma technician for people with chronic disorders. So I've experienced firsthand and seen drastic results from people that were quite sick, and myself included, from going through panchakarma purification and rejuvenation programs. I worked at one of the top clinics in the country at the time in the United States. It was a clinic that Deepak Chopra used to be the director of, and it was the Lancaster Maharishi Ayurveda Health Center. It was just one of the best, because it had like some of the top Vaidyas, or Ayurvedic doctors, or Astavaidyas in the world, that would come through and consult with people, and people would come stay for like 3 weeks and go through intensive programs. And I've just seen some really phenomenal things happen. So I'm not a stranger to cleansing and purification. However, a lot of Ayurveda stuff uses oils. Ghee is used in the preparation, and then castor oil. And I used to do a lot of that. And I'm not saying it's the only reason that my liver and gallbladder are messed up, but I do think that experiencing drastic weight loss, which I have done every time I've done this, it can do a lot of damage for the gallbladder. A lot of people, when you lose weight rapidly, get gallstones and other problems. And I have not had gallstones yet, hopefully not ever, but I do have, I forget what it's called, the sluggish gallbladder that doesn't excrete bile, and the bile ducts get inflamed, and it's just really gnarly. And that little friggin' organ just behind the liver. So the liver produces the bile, it goes through the hepatic ducts into the gallbladder, and then the gallbladder excretes bile to digest fats. And the liver and gallbladder and pancreas are very, interconnected. And that can, when the liver is sluggish and the gallbladder is like, all the ducts there between those three organs, when they get clogged or inflamed or blocked or whatever, the pancreas then has issues, and it can affect. I don't fully understand the pancreas and the process of insulin yet. I am type 2 diabetic now, and I'm honestly still learning about it. But the point is, medical medium, uh, I really like everything that he talks about, totally resonates with me. The viral stuff, the liver, this, because these have been my core issues for a long time. And the diabetes is a fairly newer diagnosis. I was working with Avicii, who passed away in 2018, just before he passed away and died by suicide. And it was really devastating for me. It was very traumatic, and I didn't sleep well for almost a year. And so my fragile health just plummeted after that. And it's been really hard to get back on track, and accompanying the PTSD and just financial situation. But I want to say something about this too, because I talk a lot about, well, my finances, and like, I was waiting for when I was more financially stable to really focus on my health and take the time, because it's hard to relax, and just like settle into healing. Anyone that has gone down any path of chronic illness and healing knows that it's a kind of like a full-time job. And I feel like this is why also a lot of people just don't do it, and they are kind of sick or getting by with livers that aren't functioning that great, or just so health, and it could be a lot better, but we don't take the time. And this is the thing, it's like, time is one of the most precious resources, I feel. Time, energy, love. there's a lot, but time, I it is money. Time is money. Money is energy. It's all energy, really. And of course, our consciousness and attention. And I don't just mean attention, but like our consciousness and the more abstract, subtle, interdimensional aspects of consciousness, because it is the infinite intelligence that is creating, guiding, and upholding the entire multiverse. And the blueprint of everything, the perfect human physiology, how it can function. Look, just one plant, one animal, one body, one physiology, but the entire like planet and solar system and universe and cosmos, like it is phenomenally well designed. It is designed so perfectly, and yet we poison it. I mean, it's anyway. I don't have to go down that path. It's just a disaster. Like the foods, the air, the water, how everything, everything. So plastics, metals, chemicals, like don't even get me started. Antibiotics, so many antibiotics. I've been on so many antibiotics in my lifetime. It's not even funny. In fact, I mean, it's really sad. It's just sad. And, steroids and medications, and we just keep treating the symptoms and what's happening on the surface without addressing without addressing like the underlying cause and the root cause and what is actually happening. And this is what the medical medium is all about. Anthony William, Cleanse to Heal. I finally got it. I have purchased the Audible version, and I have purchased the Audible version of the liver book in the past. He has many books on different topics. I want to just say, because I mean, this book is heavy. Like I am kind of, a little bit of a nomad. I've traveled a lot. I'm living in a foreign country right now. I might go back to the US. Like, I don't want to carry this in my backpack or my suitcase. And so I'm glad that I have it. I mean, you can see like I've, bookmarked all these recipes and the cleanse protocol and all that. But what I would do if I knew now, get the Audible version of any of his books, but I would say Cleanse to Heal or the original Medical Medium book is a good place to start. Get the Audible, and then it comes with a PDF, and you can download the PDF and print whatever pages. So I listened to the book on high speed, like even sped up about 1.5 or 2 usually, sometimes 1.7. I don't like the voice of the person that does the voiceover for the book, but anyway, so I speed it up a little bit, and that makes it a little bit more tolerable for me. And then the PDFs, because like the recipes and the actual printout, there's a lot of repetition because some of the recipes and the cleanse protocols are repeated in the book. So when you're listening to it, you're listening to the same thing over and over again. There's a lot of great information. I feel like a lot of it is just to really inspire and solidify the desire and intention to heal and the need, and just sort of listening to it, I feel like is a good preparation so that your attention can be fully on this when you go through it. Is it necessary to read the whole book? Can you skip the cleanse? Yeah, probably, especially if you have a background and wealth of knowledge and health. But his perspective and take on things is a little bit unique and different. And I really appreciate it because he covers everything that I have dealt with, the shingles, the everything. So that's my suggestion for doing Anthony Williams Medical Medium. I'm starting the 369 cleanse today. We're going to see how it goes. I've been having a really rough time, really intense pain, chronic inflammation, poorly managed diabetes, which I am back, I'm on insulin now. I wasn't on insulin before, and things are starting to normalize. And so my liver needs some help. It needs help, and I have to address it. So even although I am treating the diabetes, I have to address the liver and get some of the pain and inflammation and functionality down. So wish me luck.